The hull has now been completely refinished, repainted. The process consisted of taking the hull outside on a temporary dollies so we could shot blast all the damaged paintwork, etc., back to the bare steel where possible, and then quickly overcoat it to prevent oxidisation with red oxide. We've refinished it in green. This is the original manufactured colour, even down to the correct shade, and the same manufacturer, which is Nobel's back in 1940, and it's Axo Nobel today. Khaki green number 3 is the shade, and we're very, very happy that this is the correct shade for the vehicle. As part of the process of restoring and conserving parts of the vehicle wherever possible, if some of the original paint was in good enough condition to preserve, we have. There's just a small example which I can show you there. Most on the external side wasn't, but if I just peel that piece of masking back, the headlamp actually assembly goes over that, so we preserve some original paint. If somebody wants to look at it in the future, they can, and the same process has happened internally with some of the white paint, which we will refinish shortly. We're now in the engine compartment of the vehicle, which, as you can see, is still in red oxide primer. We haven't refinished it in the white, which will eventually be yet, because we still have a little bit of hand finishing to do on the preparation side. Due to the fact the engine compartment, oil, etc., has leached in between some of the components, so we have to get that out with some thinners before we can top coat it. The floor hasn't been properly prepared yet. We will do that as the last process. Prepare the floor, red oxide it, then the whole interior of the engine compartment will be sprayed white, with the final part being the floor, at which point then I can get down through the hatch there, which is an access hatch for oil draining, etc., and then the interior will be finished.
We're in the final stages of assembling the bogey units. You may remember that we replaced all the bearings in these units. These are the wheels. And one of the final things we've got to do, a simple but important job, is to lock wire the bolts holding the wheels in place. The idea here is to prevent these nuts coming undone, these bolts coming undone. So we have to establish the lineup of the holes, the in and the out as it were, and then put the wire through, lock it tight. And then if you look at this, you will see from that that this bolt can't come undone because that wire is physically holding it in place. You put a lot of tension on the wire down the middle, do the same thing with the bolt at the other end. This is a little more tricky. Bring it through, work out which way it's going to turn, obviously, so that you prevent it coming undone, and then nip the end off, lock wire it again, and put a nice and neat end on. You want it to look neat, you want it to look professional, but the most important thing is that it stops these bolts coming undone. That's what it's all about.